Hello, you're looking at an unusual view here because I happen to climb up to take a picture, but it's a 1991 holiday Rambler that is in absolutely great shape. I'm going to show you the roof here real quick, and the roof looks really good. It has its normal caulk spots that you see around, but whole inside of the coach is dry. Now excuse my walking down this ladder so I don't, oops. Okay, now I'm going to tell you a story about this motorhome. It was kept undercover all the time, and you can tell by looking at it, it's not faded or worn out. The tires are not cracked. It runs great. Everything works in it, except for the generator, and it's a very minor problem with the generator. They tell me it just needs a starter. And only has 400 miles on, or 400 hours on it. And I spoke to the gentleman who traded it in, and he had gotten it from his uncle, so I called his uncle, and 2 years earlier his uncle had bought it new. So the nephew got it. He kept it for 2 years, and he traded it back in to the dealer to get a pull behind. But this motorhome is in very nice condition. Very nice condition. A lot better than newer models. All the tires are good. It's not perfect. I'll show you the couple flaws that it has, but there's nothing major, and it sure shows nice for a 91. And you can tell that we're in a small town area. They lived in Newville, PA. Similar background to this, not too far from here, in the Lancaster area. And the people there are just so nice, it's unbelievable. You can see in here how clean the compartments are. No rust up in the corners like a lot of them have. Here's the generator. And actually the uncle told me, yeah, I just put a new circuit board in that, spent $1,100 fixing that up. That was in 2011. That's probably when these batteries were put in. But it doesn't do anything when you click it. So, oh yes it does. Look at that. Well, how about that? It doesn't need a starter. Start it right up. Well, there you go. There's a little live video. We'll let that run. There's a battery switch inside. I wonder if he just didn't know to throw it. So, anyway, that's running. Shocker. Look at the tires. Nice, clean, like new. No cracks on the side. Now this has a power cord and the hookups for the water and the fuel tank, and also the sewerage, for emptying the sewerage. I'm so glad that I tried that. I'm not going to take the ladder down, but it comes out. But in here also is a, can you see it? A brand new spare tire, and I mean brand new rim, never been on the ground. Some rivet spots there, probably had a little scratch on the side. But how often do you find an RV in that condition? It's a 91. Look at the gas tank here. Normally they're all rusty and dirty. This even has gas in it, and clean as a pin. Come inside, and since we have the generator on, little live TV again, but let's slip on the air. Now there's one thing, they both come on, the paper around the walls is not sticking from its age. So it really needs to be repapered. It has not been wet. There's no wet spots you can see there. There's no mold or anything like that, no odors. Even here. It's just the paper is shrinking, and it's doing it inside a couple places too. But it is not wet, no odors. So you want to make it look really nice, you repaper it, or don't worry about it and use it just like it is. This air is blowing cold. Lots of nice storage. It's been winterized. Big shower and potty, little vanity there. Oven, stovetop also. Oops. Again, super clean. Can look, I took a picture of this, it's all the options. Fold down sofa. Again, the paper is pulling away here, but not wet at all. And that's not to say that it never did, because I know that all RVs at some point have a little leak, but it's black when they have a leak behind it. There's all kind of extra stuff. Both air conditioners blowing cold. Feels good because it's a hot day. So let's go for a ride in this. And I'm going to put the license tag on. Now the trailer of the motorhome is located in Manchester, Pennsylvania. It's about 20 miles north of York. It's right off of I-83. Very safe, easy place to get to. And if you're coming from a distance, we will pick you up at the Harrisburg Airport or the Harrisburg train station. Or you can rent a car for a one-way car rental, or there's lots of ways to come get it. Bring somebody else with you. Let me also look. Bring a tow behind trailer. I've had people do that. No, there's not a hitch on the back. There's not a trailer hitch. Yeah, air feels good. By the way, it's 33,000 original miles. On a 454 engine. That's really like nothing. Seatbelt. Chairs are nice and comfortable. Now the air conditioning is blowing through the defrost and a little bit through these outlets. That is usually a vacuum line for the louvers, to move the louvers back and forth. We got a backup camera too. We got fans on either side, and they look so nice and clean. I also did notice that when you step on the brakes, it pulls just a little bit. Pulls just a little bit to one side, so that may need an adjustment. But boy, are you lucky to find something in this shape. And when I called the uncle who was the first owner, he said he thought the generator worked fine, but the dealer at the trade-in's the one who told me about the starter, so I think he just didn't know to push that button to turn the battery on. So anyway, see how it wants to pull a little bit to the left, but won't be any trouble driving. I think I'll take it right out here on the highway, give you an idea. It does have overdrive too. A lot of people ask that question, is it a 3-speed or a 4-speed, and the overdrive sure makes it nicer for you know, cruising on the highway. Now when you come to pick this up, you'll get a clear title, bill of sale, and a 60-day temporary license tag to drive it home on, and drive around once you get home. Please do not bid unless you're able to finish the transaction. You'll need a $250 deposit at the end of the auction, and then the balance is due within 7 days. Now you don't have to pick it up for 30 days, but the balance is due within 7 days. Turn signal. There we go. Hard to hold the camera and do all this. There's 60. It's like driving a spaceship. A little bit to get used to. And see, all the gauges are good. Now normally a generator will cut off when it's a quarter tank or less, so it doesn't run you out of gas. But still running. There's a green light. Air is still blowing cold. So that's pretty much the story. You can see she seems to be running well. That's a clean, nice motorhome. Goes down the road 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour, no problem. So buy this Howdy Rambler. At the time it was built, it was the top of the line, and it's still a very nice trailer.